Let's get it.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts! Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again! Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up. 30.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? I don't know. Marlo is stalking me. I cannot get him to go away. He keeps stalking me every time I go to the scene. I'll figure that out after the show. How is everyone doing? Good morning, Yakar. Good morning, Roxy. How are you both doing this fine morning? Today is Monday, September 2nd, 2024. Not going to be with you guys forever. It is Labor Day, so we're just going to get in the news and then we're going to look at the app just a little bit, and then we're going to call it a day for today. We will be back tomorrow night for our tech Q&A, and then we'll be back in the morning on Wednesday. Can you let me know if you can hear me okay? I still need to work on this mic. It's acting weird for me. Everything is acting weird, so it is what it is. It is what it is. How is everyone doing this morning? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are going to get into our news for today, and then we're going to do a little bit of mobile work, all right? And don't forget, we have Candid Conversations coming out at noon. We're going to be talking about prioritize and execute, how to get things done. Don't want to miss that. So do me a favor if you haven't done so already. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live, and check out techcoachralph.dev. I will be dropping a new video there tomorrow on strategies to when you're like searching for jobs, how to try to connect with people in those jobs so that you can have a better chance. All right. So let me see if this is going to work. Give me a second. Let's see. Let me fix this. Always messing up. I gotta figure out a better way to share the screen. All right, let me fix that. All right, let's just do it like this. Let's go to, and let me fix this. Always having to fix this thing. Let's go here. And let's bring all right, we're back. So all right, so the numbers to watch for the week. Let's put up our first timer. So we have the numbers that we're going to be we're watching for the week that we're going to be getting into for this coming Saturday on the Men Lie, Women Lie Numbers Manipulate show. We have the U.S. labor market expected to take center stage this week with attention focused on hiring in August. The Bureau of Labor Statistics on Friday released the number of non-farm payroll added along with the unemployment rate. The rate rose for the fourth straight month in July as new payrolls declined. These signs of a softening job market have prompted the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to say the bank has shifted support away from price stability to toward full employment, stoking expectations for an interest rate cut in September and speculation about how deep it might be. So let me see. All right, so let's take a look at what we're going to be looking at on Saturday. We have the Institute of Supply Management will release its monthly Purchasing Manager Index, which tracks whether the manufacturing sector is expanding. A non-manufacturing version lands later on in the week. On Wednesday, September 4th, the Bureau of Labor Statistics will release the JOLTS report, Job Openings and Labor Turnover Survey for July, which measures job vacancies across industries. Thursday, September 5th, the U.S. Department of Labor will release initial jobless claims for the previous week. The report, a proxy for layoffs, tracks the number of people filing for unemployment benefits. We always review this one, how many people are asking for help after recently being laid off. And then we have the Institute of Supply Management releasing the Purchasing Manager Index, which tracks the non-manufacturing sector is expanding. And then Friday, September 6th, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released the August job reports. The monthly release tracks the unemployment rate and how many jobs were added to the economy. So we're going to find out on Friday if the unemployment rate went up
let's move
or
on.
down. All right, you got it. We'll move on, but that's pretty much what we're going to be looking at on Saturday morning on the Men Lie, Women Lie, Numbers Manipulate show, co-hosted by Yakar and Mitch in the chat. All right, let's get into the next one. So let's put up our timer for that. X went dark. Brazil took to blue sky. So Brazil's Supreme Court is set to vote Monday on upholding a ban on X. Hundreds of thousands of users sought alternative platforms in the hours after Brazil's Supreme Court blocked the social media site, formerly known as Twitter, from operating in the country. Blue Sky saw a record spike and gained 1 million users in 3 days. Others turned to Threads, Meta's X competitor. Both have attempted to gain footholds in the U.S. with limited success now. Now, with X's fifth largest international market under a total ban, they have millions of potential new users. Brazil is one of X's biggest markets. Musk satellite internet company Starlink said it would not comply with orders to block X. Some have skirted the ban by using a VPN, risking a hefty fine. So, interesting. They have banned, so X is banned or is going to be banned, or it is banned in Brazil. I wonder why. I wonder what the reasoning for that was. We'll have to look into that maybe on Saturday. But why did X get banned? And now, so people are going to different platforms, or if you use a VPN, then you can get fined. I'm very curious about that. I'm gonna make a note of that. Where are my notes? Why did X get banned in Brazil? We need some more research on that. Let me see. All right. So, and the funny thing is, right? So, I'm just wondering, if you own X and you own Starlink.
Okay, let's move on.
Right? If you own X and you own Starlink, would you risk taking Starlink out of Brazil too? Like, you know what? You get nothing from me. No Teslas, no Starlink, no. I guess SpaceX doesn't really do anything in Brazil, I guess. But you just take everything away from them. Say no soup for you, no tech for you. All right. Let's get to our next one. And good morning to Mitch. Says, now I'm done. Find someone else to do it. Well, that's unfortunate. And good morning to Alexis. How are you doing this morning, Alexis? A good VPN and none of this matters. Better learn from the Chinese. They stay using VPN to leak the craziness of the CCP to the world. That's a good point, Yukar. Good point. All right, we'll read the rest of the comments after we are done with the news. We don't want to belabor the news, right? So let's get into this one. All right, Labor Day strikes hits U.S. hotels. Oh my goodness. About 10,000 hotel workers in cities from Boston to Honolulu went on strike over the busy holiday weekend as they called for better pay and working conditions, including a return to pre-pandemic staffing levels. The walkout involves housekeepers, front desk staff, and other employees at the Marriott, Hyatt, and Hilton properties and could expand to additional cities. The strikes will last 2 to 3 days per city. According to Unite Here, the union representing the workers in contract negotiations, the hotel plans to remain open, although possibly with modified services. The strike locations include Seattle, the top destination for Labor Day weekend travel, according to the AAA booking data. Really? Seattle's the top destination for Labor Day? I would have never thought of that. And transportation officials had expected this to be the busiest Labor Day travel period on record, with total domestic travel up 9% from last year. I thought the economy was so bad. Like, see, now I'm so confused. Are we broke or not? Are we broke or not? Bruh. I'm confused. Like, the busiest travel weekend, but people's number one concern is the economy. I have no idea. I just don't know anymore. I have no idea. Here's a thought, right? Your car, Mitch, Peter Investor, Alexis, Roxy. If you were to go to a hotel and you saw a bunch of humanoid robots working while the employees were on strike, would you not want to work at that? Like, would you not work? Would you not want to stay at that hotel because they have a bunch of robots who are working and they're very kind to you and they don't like ignore you. They don't.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm just curious. What are your thoughts on that? All right. Let's see. Let's go to our last story for today. So, last story. Zillow for college athletes earning, right? So as students head off to universities, many college athletes are already making money from their name, image, and likeness. Shout out to those athletes. I wonder, is there one? I mean, I'm pretty sure one of those athletes are named Mitch. But the only difference is that they are actually making money from their name, image, and likeness. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna just do a little bit right now. Just let me make some money from name, image, and likeness. There we go. Boom. Here we go. I'm just gonna leave that. Just move that right here as I read this real quick. Make me some money on someone's name, image, and likeness. It says, because they aren't required to disclose how much they earn from these NIL deals, recruiters and players alike are turning to references like the Black Book. The New York Times reports, described as an Expedia or Zillow for college sports, the platform collects the most information available about how much athletes are being paid. And while football players still command most of the money, students in all sports are using the information to strike deals. Shout out to those students. Shout out to those students. And to my guy, Mitch. All right, cool. So that's pretty cool. I know people have mixed feelings about the whole deal for college athletes' earnings, but hey, at the end of the day, if you can get paid, then get paid. All right. And that pretty much concludes our news. Let me see what the chat has to say. We have it says don't even react. Just put a post on X saying to use a
Okay,
VPN.
let's move on.
All right. So let's go back to full screen.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
I gotta get rid of this. All right, hopefully that's gone for now. We'll see what happens. 'Cause that thing is so weird. It's still there. All right. That thing is so weird. All right, whatever. Whatever. We'll do with Marlo. All right. So let me see. Let's see what we have in the chat. We have my guy Peter Investor in the building. Salute to you, Peter Investor. How are you doing this fine Labor Day Monday? And it says, let us blame price gouging. Made sure that we said gouging and not gauging. It says going to the Hilton. And it says you will no longer get free anything from me anymore. Ask yourself. Oh, that sucks. It says depends on the hotel and the type of service. Okay, makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know. I probably would want a robot giving a massage. You know, that might be a bit painful. I don't know. Who knows? In order to earn benefits from NIL, the student athlete needs to incorporate and or put it in a trust entity. I had no idea about that. Thank you for that information. I had no idea. That is very, very good information. So in a trust so they need to like create like an LLC for themselves or a corporation, and then they can earn the money that way. Interesting. Makes sense. I wonder why though. Do you know why they have to they have to put it in a because a athlete and like a professional athlete, they don't have to make it. They don't have to incorporate or put it in the trust. Why do they make the college athletes have to? Why do they make the students have to incorporate or put it in the trust? Just wondering. We can definitely talk about that more on Saturday morning because I'm just curious. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna go. This thing is driving me crazy. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's this one. No. I don't know. I'll figure that out. Let me see. So it says liability lawsuit. Okay, interesting. We'll talk about that tomorrow. I have to do some research. I'm just wondering. I'm just curious. Like, I don't know, because I don't really follow college football that much or college sports in general, and like the whole thing around it. And Alexa says, "What did I miss? What did you do to Mitch? Why did it have to be me that did something to him?" There's no winning here. There is no winning for me. I always got to be the bad guy. All right, let's get to work. So we're going to go over to this screen.
Money.
Shout out to Peter Investor. Thank you so much, Peter Investor. I really, really appreciate you. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of work here. We're not gonna spend too long. Probably, I don't have a timer for 10. Do I have a timer for 10 minutes? I don't even think so. We'll just wing it. So we'll go for about 10 minutes. But I just wanted to show what we have up so far and just test it out a little bit to see. And then Wednesday we'll go more in depth. So I'm going to start up the emulator. Yakar says he meant as a business in general as contractor and not as an employee. It could be any type of LLC, S corp. Yeah. I guess I was just asking, like, because if you're like a sole proprietorship, right? Or somebody just gives you a check for work that you did, but you don't have like a quote unquote a business. I don't know, but I don't think it's a big deal to get one of those things either way. So, all right, Twitch. Okay, let's get to all right, so we have our emulator started. I'm going to start up the app and we will see. Just want to make sure it works, and then maybe on Wednesday we can start to write on Wednesday we can start to write our test for it before we push it up. Let me see. Peter Investor says, this is why most athletes with NIL are involved in charity or foundation. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't follow that too closely to understand all the ins and outs of it, but it is definitely interesting, I must say. All right, so we have this started up. All right, so we have this started up, and if we, so what I want to do is I just want to test this out a little bit, right? Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. Let me see. Let's see. All right. So, if we go to, let's say we use it. Let's say we have Mitch's salary, right? So let's say we make about 1,267,543 dollars per year, right? So an hour of our time, if we're Mitch, right, an hour of his time is worth $144.70. A minute of Mitch's time is worth $2.41, and a second of Mitch's time is worth 4 cents. Is that accurate? I guess so. So now if we say, so now we added the total hours, we added the total minutes, so we can see if this is like, we just got to see if this is accurate, right? We just got to see if it's accurate. So if I need, so if I want to get my views and my likes up by using my good friend Mitch's name, I'm going to say, all right, let's say he is on the stream with us for about 1 hour, right? So okay, so we have, this is correct. 1 hour of his time is worth $144.60. $140. Okay, I know why, right? We can fix that because this formula over here is using it per second or per hour, and this is using it per second or per minute, and there's like little slight variations of it, right? So we have to fix that. And so let's actually fix that. Let me see. I need to come up here. Let's get this. We want this and this to match. So we're making our like, I mean, although it's 10 cents, but we just want it to be consistent and make our formula match all around. Let's see. Because if we're gonna use Mitch's time, we have to use it accurately, all right? Let me see. So you're gonna have to go all the way to the top. An hour of your time is worth, let's see. All right, so hourly value. So we were using the calculate hourly. So if we do, we want, let me minimize this and let me go here, calculate hourly value. So on the calculate hourly value, we're using the total income divided by the total hours in a year. But what we could do instead is, if we want this right here to match this, we would want to say hourly value divided by 60. Let me see. At least, let me see. How do we do it down here? Cost-based. Cost activity based on anticipated hours spent. So calculate hourly cost of activity in minutes. So if we look for this one, So this is saying calculate hourly costs. And then it's saying convert hours spent on activity to minutes and use plus user time spent on minutes. Okay, so we want user time spent in hours times 6. Convert let's see, user value per minute. Where is this coming from? Convert spent on activity to minutes. I feel like this is backwards. User time spent on activity. I think my variables are messed up. I gotta spend some time looking at this. Let me see. Convert hours spent on activity to minutes. Why would I time it by 60? Something's not right. I don't know. I'm confusing myself now. But the numbers are still coming out correct, so I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, let's see. So time spent on activity in hours. Calculate hours of cost activity. We had user hour time spent on activity. And then we had, this one says user time spent on activity times about, why am I timing by 60? Would I want to divide it by 60? I don't know. I got to look at that part again. Mitch, I need some math. I need some math help. I think my formulas are confusing me. Let's go here. But the top part is still right though. So that's why I'm confused. Like this looks like it should be wrong, but it's right. Let's see. This is why they used to tell you to show your work in high school. We'll go for like 2 more minutes and then, but either way, let's say we put 30 minutes here. So if 30 minutes, so if we say we close this one out. 30, where's my calculator? Let's see. If we say $2.41 per minute of Mitch's time times 30, is that accurate? Yeah, it is accurate. So $72.30. And we say plus 144.60. 216. So this is correct. Let's go here. I just got to go back and make sure. My variables, it's confusing me, so I need to go back and rename those. But this is correct. We still got to add the counter as well. 2, 3. Let's say we say 2 and 15. And the cost of the activity is $100. However, I am going to be paying Mitch, let's say $10,000 for him hanging out with me on stream. So for Mitch's 2 hours and 15 minutes, he gets paid like $9,574.65. Do you accept payment in what do they call it? What do they call it? Let me see. What's the name of it? Mitch, do you accept payment in Zuckerbucks? Just wondering. Isn't that Mark Zuckerberg's whatever they were? Let me know. I will send you payments in Zuckerbucks if that's acceptable to you. Let's see. All right, you want? All right, how about? All right. So. Let's just do that. And I can do this, right? Let's go with I'll give you an extra 674. All right. How about that? All right. So your card says syntax. I don't think it's a syntax error. Your card. It's working. It's just I think I have too many things on the screen, and I can't. I'm not. I have to rename the variables so it can make more sense. Because I said so. User time spent on activity, and so if I go back up here, right? So get hourly value. Enter the yearly income. Total yearly income divided by total hours in a year. However, if I say total hours in a year. If I do total hours in a year, if I wanted to get it even more granular to like this number over here, I would have to let me write this in code, right? I would want to do total minutes in a year. And then I would say that would be 8,760 760, or I could just do total. I can just Google total minutes in a year as well, and that would be so. There are 5,200. Or 525,600 minutes in a year. And so, let me see something. So if we say calculate minute value, we said calculate hourly value. So instead of doing that, we could just do, if we did 1, 2, 6, 7, 5, 4, 3 divided by 5, 2, 5, 600, that would give us the same thing. And then we do times 60? Oh. So if it's 60, if it's 0.69, so this is more accurate than this over here. Because this should round up, I would I would hope. Do we have... Let me see. I know we were logging something before. I'm gonna log the output. So we'll do on, because I want to. It has to match, right? It's not gonna look right if this is one number and this is another number. This is probably the more accurate number because it's rounding up. This is like not rounding, so we just have to figure that out. But, what time is it? Let me see. I'm gonna wrap it up. We're 36 minutes in. We're gonna figure this out on Wednesday. I'm gonna do some more research on it. But thank you for your time, Mitch, for lending out your time. Appreciate it. So let's go back over here.
One more thing.
Still there.
Price of the brick going up.
I'm gonna find a way to get out of there. All right. So let's see what we got. As we wrap it up, it says, you do know this is all recorded, right? This guy owes me my money.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you, Mitch. And syntax error. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look at the formula a bit more. Mitch says, make it an even 10 and I might consider. Now this guy is insulting my intelligence.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, Mitch. I'm sorry. Let me see. What is that? Okay, what is that? Stuck there. All right. And let me see. Here it says, I want equity. Don't offer me no salary. Let me see as we wrap it up. Mitch says, done. What's done, Mitch? What is done? All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to pick this back up on Wednesday. I'm going to add some logging to it to see exactly what we're getting so we can get the right numbers, and then I'll report back. But that's it. That's it. Really, really appreciate everyone tuning in. I appreciate you. Mitch, you know what?
I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Mitch, for tuning in as always. And yeah, and I want to say a big shout out to Peter Investor as well. To Roxy, to Alexis, and of course, the king of the tech pookies himself, Mr. the one, the only, my guy, Yakar.
We the best.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful Monday and Labor Day. I remember we have Candid Conversations at noon. We're going to be talking about prioritize and execute. And we're going to be live tomorrow night with our Q&A co-hosted by the AI clone. We might be on good terms by tomorrow night. We shall see. We shall see. All right. But on that note, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. This is Tech Coach Ralph. We are out.
You might think that getting into the IT field is impossible without a computer science degree, but Tech Coach Ralph is here to prove you wrong. Get ready for some jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into this lucrative industry. Listen up, tech enthusiasts. Are you ready to break through into the IT field, but feel like you need a computer science degree to make it happen? Think again. Tech Coach Ralph has some exclusive, mind-blowing secrets to share with you. Get ready to be blown away by his jaw-dropping revelations on how to break into the tech industry without a computer science degree. So get your notepad ready, because Tech Coach Ralph is going to change your life forever. Buckle up, because you're about to embark on a journey to success in the IT field.